Hey, what's up, guys? Today is a very special day for me personally because I finally have Omnisphere 2. Now, before I get into this, I want to say that I've had the fortunate opportunity to try so many different kinds of music software and synths and virtual instruments, all of which are very useful and I'm very grateful for. But this is a particular software synth that I've been wanting to own and use for so many years now. So, Omnisphere 2 just came in yesterday, and today I finally get to unwrap this, unbox this, and install it on my computer. And I want to say thanks to Zounds.com for sending me out a boxed version of this, and I'm so grateful for it. So thanks to Zounds. So like I said, I've been wanting Omnisphere 2 for many years now, and I've had it on my wish list for a very long time. Now, the one reason I haven't got it is because it's probably the most expensive piece of synth software that is just one instrument that is very costly. I mean, it's $499 retail, but you can get it at most outlets online for around $479. And of course, you can put it on payment plans, of which Zounds also has the option where you can split it up into 4 payments. But I've really held off on this piece of software because I wanted to get it at a point where I feel like in my music journey, I was ready for it. And I definitely feel like I'm at that point now. Now, what makes Omnisphere so darn special is the many years of development that have gone into this power synth. Omnisphere 1 came out in 2008, and it's been so many years of development now where they're at 2.8. But this thing is just loaded with capability. I mean, this thing has over 14,000 sounds, and they're not just any sounds. This is state-of-the-art quality psychoacoustic type sounds and samples that really set this apart. So many different DSP waveforms. Yeah, it says on the box over 500 DSP waveforms for the synth oscillator. And it gets pretty nuts because this thing has 160 oscillators per note.
Just think of this. A single instance of Omnisphere now includes up to 64 LFOs, 64 simultaneous filters, all running at the same time, 96 complex envelopes, and 160 discrete oscillators per note. Okay? So that is an insane amount of synthesis power, right? That's crazy.
Like that is just mind-blowing. And also what's special about Omnisphere 2 is it has so many different modes. I mean, you got live mode, you got stack mode, you got this flex mod, I'm not sure what that is yet. You have this orb control, giving you randomized and inspiring controls for creating movement with your sounds. I mean, it's really just nuts. I've spent the last few days watching every Spectrasonics video on Omnisphere, and just by watching these demos alone, I can tell this is one of the best virtual synths that you can buy on the market. This is like the Apple of synths. It's just so well developed and is its own entire ecosystem within one synth. So I'm gonna go and unbox this now and take a look at some of these sounds and some of the features right off the bat. So this actually comes with a hard drive inside where you can use it to install Omnisphere 2. All right, here it is, Omnisphere 2. Man, I am so excited. You have no idea. Words cannot express how long I've been waiting for this day. Nice fancy box here, and it looks like it's actually got a seal on it. It says, "Do not buy if broken." You know it's serious when there's a seal like this. All right, the seal is broken, and let's take a look at what's inside. Wow, okay, so we got like a whole set of things here. So this is the title card for the synth. We got something about the new sonic extensions. I am definitely going to get some of these, if not all of them at some point, but I was hoping maybe for Black Friday, because that's coming up in a couple weeks, that the sonic extensions would be on a sale. But the thing is, with Spectrasonics, there's hardly ever a sale. I don't know if they've even ever had a sale on their main website. But if you haven't heard these sonic extensions for Omnisphere, they're absolutely insane in terms of quality, their genre focus, and highly useful effects chains that come with each individual sonic extension. I'm probably going to pick up Seismic Shock first. That's the one that really caught my attention. So we got the user guide here, tells you how to set it up. And then we have the Omnisphere 2 hard drive that has the entire software stored on this synth, and I think it's over 65 gigs of data, but you can use this to install Omnisphere directly on your computer. And then we're taking a look here at the intro for this guide. It says, thanks for purchasing Omnisphere. This epic synthesizer is a realization of many years of development, and we are thrilled to bring out a vastly expanded version 2 edition. We set out to design an instrument that was extremely powerful and flexible, but accessible to any user, regardless of synthesis knowledge. The Omnisphere interface allows you to enter at any level and go deeper by zooming into its more advanced features. Since it'll take a lifetime to explore all the possibilities of Omnisphere, we'd suggest that you go ahead and get started having fun with it. All right, now that I've registered my account, I'm just going to go ahead and insert this USB drive into my USB hub over here. Now, another thing I wanted to mention while I'm waiting for the downloaders to install is that this synth comes with so many different hardware profiles because Omnisphere 2 actually works directly with a variety of hardware synths that are available on the market. As you can see, there's like Roland's, different Korg synthesizers, Dave Smith, the Novation Bass Station, Virus Access, a bunch of Moog synthesizers. So basically what it is that there is individual hardware profiles that Spectrasonics has created to work directly with Omnisphere and has a corresponding set of sounds in the hardware library, which were specifically designed using that hardware synth as an Omnisphere controller. So it's amazing on top of everything else that Omnisphere is that you can use all these sweet synthesizers that are available on the market and use it directly, allowing you to touch and control Omnisphere directly from your favorite hardware synth of choice. Okay, cool. So now let's go ahead and fire up Logic Pro. And here we are. We are at Omnisphere, finally installed on my MacBook Pro. I am so excited. I haven't even started using it yet, but I know this is going to be awesome. All right, so we're at the default patch, and let's just play in some notes here. Man, that truly sounds analog. Wow. I want to get to the EDM sounds. Maybe let's go to directory. Yeah, okay, so there's a spotlight for EDM, so I'm going to click on that. It's separated by category. You got arps, bells, distortion, electro, perk, hits and bits, keyboards, pads and strings, retro land, synth bass, so on and so forth. Let's just shuffle these presets on the right-hand side and see what we get. Now, there was one specific sound that I heard in a fellow YouTuber's sound demo. Let's see if we can find it here. Yeah, clicker pluck is what I remember. This thing sounded so cool when I heard it. Okay, so we just click out of the sound browser here and let's play it. Ah, it sounds so good. Let's take a look at the ARP section here. Let's go ahead and turn it on and see what we can get out of this. Let's maybe create some more steps here. Okay, so to create more steps, I think you drag on this little bar right here. Yeah, and then we can get more steps out of it and turn the individual steps on here. So each one of these bars is the amount of velocity. So to change the individual note steps, all you have to do is click on the boxes above each individual step, and then you can go to transpose, and then you can select whatever note that you want. So if we want to go up 3 here, let's see. Let's just go and experiment with some different transpositions. And then you can also change the length of all the steps with this knob right here. Or if you hold down Option on a Mac, you can change the individual step length of each step, which is pretty unique. So that's kind of cool. Just go and experiment with some random step lengths. Looks like length doesn't really affect this sound specifically, but that's all right. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of these presets that are in here as well. Oh, that's kind of cool. So you can actually add like step dividers for these steps too, and you can just click on it and then go to step dividers and change which division that you want. Yeah, love that. And I'm just changing the octaves as I play along. Now, another thing I want to dive into is this orb thing. So this is really cool because it will allow you to create movement with your sound, and you can randomize so that it automatically does different things behind the scenes with the effects and gives you movement with your sound. So let's just go ahead and play that Arp preset that we're on and then see what this does. And because inertia's on, you'll see that this little orb keeps moving by itself. And if I turn it off, it stops where it's at. Now, if you want to get a different sound for the movement, you can just click this dice button and it'll randomize some other effects behind the scenes. Now, another cool thing about this orb is that you can actually record it as well. And with it set to song position, we can go to motion and select 1 bar, 2 bar, or 4 bars and just record that movement as we go along. That's pretty cool. Let's clear it. Let's take a look at some of these effects that we can add to. So I think there's like 56 effects inside Omnisphere that you can shape your sound with. I've seen this inner space before, and I'm not sure yet what it does, but let's see. That's pretty cool. Let's see what else we have in here too. Got different delays. Let's try the Retroplex. Maybe some phaser here. You can also change the sequence of your effects by clicking and dragging. Let's go ahead and turn off all these effects and maybe just initialize them. There's a way to, let's see. Oh, there's presets for effects too up here. That's awesome. So you can choose from different racks, it looks like. Acid Wonderland, let's see that. Try a different one. Ambient space. And this is all just one sound that I'm on right now, but yeah, there's obviously so many presets in here, over 14,000 to mess around with. And it looks like this is using a FM synth waveform that's modeled after the CS80 called Soft Pulse. But there's also so many other different modes and engines within here too. There's like a Granular effects engine that you can mess around with. If we click this on, let's just see. Yeah, I'm going to definitely have to explore and go deeper with learning the entire ins and outs of Omnisphere, but wow, this is definitely cool to begin with. I can already tell that Omnisphere's quality is so much greater than a lot of synths I've experienced. This is definitely on a whole other level. That's pretty cool. love that. Wow. Wow. I have never heard a synth with some default presets of an ARP sound quite like that. Wow, I'm floored. Whoa. Now, another amazing thing about Omnisphere is you can actually lock different aspects of, say, the Arpeggiator preset that you like, and you can just go to this little lock button, and then you can lock different things so that while you're surfing presets, it'll actually stay as it is locked in, and you can surf through different sounds and keep your Arpeggiator preset. So I'm going to lock the Arpeggiator here, and let's try a different preset sound now. Man, I've only used about maybe 10 presets so far, just overall, and wow, like insane the level of texture, quality, and interesting sounds you can get out of this thing. It's just insane, simply insane. Let's roll the dice. So I want to isolate all the pluck sounds because that's what I've been really liking so far. And let's just click on some of these. This honestly should have been the very first thing I bought. This is so much greater in terms of quality and capability than anything I've ever laid my eyes on and had the chance to use. This is simply on a whole nother category and level of its own. Man, I can see why people say they can just get lost inside of Omnisphere and end up burning so many hours of exploration because it's just that great of a sound generator, and with all these different options, it's absolutely insane. It's amazing. Now with each sound, you get up to 4 layers where you can change out the different DSP waveforms and sound sources and psychoacoustic sounds, which is really cool. I'm definitely going to get a lot more into this entire plugin in future videos. It's going to be a mainstay of this channel, honestly. There's just nothing quite like Omnisphere, and in my first 30 minutes of exploring this is very obvious that it's on a galactically different level than anything I've ever used. I have so much to learn and explore with Omnisphere, and I can't wait to dive in and learn anything and everything I can about this plugin. Anyways, guys, I hope that was an informative and enjoyable first look at Omnisphere. And if you're interested in picking up Omnisphere, I have a link in my description below and also pin a comment where you can pick it up. Like I said, Zounds.com sent this out to me, so a huge shout out to them. Zounds has some great options for setting up split payments if you want to pick up Omnisphere for yourself. I think you can split it up to 4 payments. Looking back at my entire music journey, I would say this is the one thing I wish I would have put on a payment plan sooner to purchase and dive into and explore this fantastic virtual synth. But yeah, you can pick it up from Zounds.com if you'd like. I am just so blown away by Omnisphere in my first few moments, and I'm simply just going to spend the rest of my day diving into Omnisphere. Say goodbye to eating, sleeping, and social relationships. All right, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.